I finally finished this sketchbook. I'm done. I'm finally done. It took me more than a year to finish this sketchbook. A lot has happened while I was, you know, doing this, drawing in this sketchbook. A lot has happened in my personal life. So just in general, trying to keep up with art and this YouTube channel, which is why I also apologize for my absence, has been very, very difficult. But now I'm ready to show you sketchbook number 9 and all its completion. Yay! A lot of work done in these sketchbooks were more like character designs and me working on my mangas. Well, mangas that I'm working on right now, and just a bunch of practicing and just a lot of random doodles as well. I did experiment a lot in the sketchbook, but I kind of wished I experimented a little bit more, but you know, that's the whole point of sketchbooks, is to practice and learn and experiment. So let's get started and let's dive into this sketchbook. So look at the, yeah. It's not as thick as other people's sketchbooks, but it's something. And also this came off, not even to my fault. Yeah, my ex-boyfriend broke that, but you know, whatever, who cares, you know? Let me just show you. So starting off the page, you know, I did a little Gojo and Geto doodle. Can you even see that? Wait. Okay, first page I put some cat stickers because I have a shit ton of cat stickers that I don't know what to do with. Like, I have so many cat stickers and I bought them for friends, and there were so many that I couldn't just give them all of them. Like, there was too many. They didn't want that much stickers, but I have some lovely cat stickers on the first page, and then down here is this dog I found on like Facebook in a dog group that I'm in, and says I'm a dog person because everyone's a cat person for some reason. I love dogs. I need more dog appreciation. Of course, in case of loss, please return to your moms. We can't forget a nice joke like that. And then as reward, nothing, because I never lose my sketchbooks. I would actually cry myself to sleep if I did. And then I put the start date and then the end date. Of course, I started January 15th, 2024, and then ended it on April 30th, 2025. Here is a doodle of Gojo and Geto, my beloveds. I love them so much. They're so cute. I had to put the strongest in the sketchbook so that I can remind myself that I am also a strong person. In the next page, I drew a city, and I called it an unpunished mess because when I started this sketchbook and I made the video, I said that I wanted to be messy and I didn't want to punish myself for making mistakes. I still do. I still did while doing this sketchbook, but some of the mistakes, like, I left. I see my mistakes, I left my mistakes, and I didn't try to fix them, so that way I can see what I can improve on and not punish myself for making those mistakes. But yeah, I did this with pen and marker. These were water markers that I got from a friend. They're pretty cheap, but I use them all the time anyways, so who cares? My very peaceful and not at all chaotic life MC design. So this is one of the mangas I am going to come out with. It is a slice of life comedy slash drama. I did the chibi versions, and then I did the full body version, and you know, the face card, and then their pet. And then yeah, I wanted to make tribute to the longer names because I think they're so funny when mangas or like animes have such long names, so I decided to do that. This one's still in the works, and you'll see a lot of character designs in this sketchbook as well. Next page is also just more designs of her. Again, I could improve a lot on anatomy and animal drawings. I put their age, their names, the dogs' names, and everything. Next page is again my very peaceful and not at all chaotic life design, and this is the best friend. I don't want to spoil too much about my designs or anything like that. I don't know, this setup is kind of pissing me off. I need a new tripod. So I don't know if this looks better, but this is the best friend design. I wanted them to have funky hair colors, and yes, they were born with those funky hair colors. Here we have more of the design for the best friend, and then we have the mom. I did a chibi version for each of these character designs. As you can see, you'll see the improvement. I did get better with drawing faces. These look botched. These look really botched. Here is the dad design. I didn't color the dad because I don't know where my markers went, and this was in the process of like moving my stuff. I say that, but some stuff has been in boxes for quite a while because I moved out. But here is the dad. Alright, continuing on. Here is the dad again, and then here is just more of me doodling the main character of my very peaceful, not at all chaotic life. And here is the doodle of the best friend, and then this is my main project, you guys. These are my characters for Toaster Man. At first I was calling it The Life of Toaster Man, but I decided to just change it to Toaster Man. I don't want to spoil too much. I have done a character design video for the females of the manga that I'm doing. I am working on this manga currently, but I will not be posting any lore about it. I won't be posting any updates until I finish the first chapter of this. All you're seeing of spoiler wise is my doodles and my process of me creating the characters of Toaster Men. One cool thing about the sketchbook that I used sometimes, not all the time, were these clear sticky notes. And I am chronically online, so of course I found out about these from TikTok. So this is Yuki, Rose, Minty, and Matt. And then the next page we have John, Miss June, and Duke. Isn't it cute? They're so cute. I love my office people. Here's just some random doodles I did of something from the house I was living in, just random plants, and I want to be very messy with these, so I did it all with marker, and I didn't do any, you know, sketch underneath it. Here I have some poses that I was practicing. Again, these could be better. I'm trying my best. Anatomy is really hard. I do want to practice anatomy way more. I want to be so much better at anatomy than I am now, for sure. But here's just a full spread of me practicing anatomy. Then we have Criminal Bros. Now this is something I don't want to I don't want to spoil either. Okay, these are my character designs for a manga I'm working on with my best friend, Clavis Art. He is one of my favorite characters. This is Garf. I'm not going to spoil anything for Criminal Bros, okay? And for Garf, again, I used the clear sticky notes. That's him without glasses. This is him with glasses. Isn't that so cool? Here it is up close. Oh, he's such a cutie patootie. We love Garf. And the name is weird, yes, but I don't care. Isn't he cute? He's such a fucking nerd. Anyways, this is Raphael. I can't say anything about him being a nerd. I'm a nerd. Look at me. Just this whole channel. Just look at this whole channel. I can't judge him. Anyways, this is Raphael. This is Garf. Here's Jerry. This is Mr. Song, and I did the young version of Mr. Song as well. And yes, he had a mohawk when he was younger. You can just see my notes here. Mr. Song is also blood. Song is blood in French, so that should give you an idea of things. Here's Charlie. He's a military bro, and here's the older version of him. This right here is Mr. Tommy. He's so cute. Isn't he adorable? And then here we have Jessie. We love Jessie. And then this is one of our main characters. This is Valentino. I drew his gun and his dagger, and he is a pinkish blonde. Yeah, I didn't color them in, but I really like how his design came out. He looks fantastic. He looks amazing. Here we have Akari. Isn't she pretty? This character I've actually posted before on my Instagram way back so many years ago actually. So she's just a reoccurring character at this point. And then we have Charlotte. We have the older version, and then we have the young version. Well, I say older version, but this would be like the current version when I take out this manga. But then we have the other main character, Vi, and it's spelled V-Y-E. And as you can see, I did struggle a little bit because she was looking a little too masculine here. I like how this one came out, but I was struggling a bit. I wanted her to look feminine but tough. So the next page is more of an official design. This is what she would actually look like, and as you can see, it was done in a different time period. I'll show you up close. There she is. There's the official design for Vi, and you can just tell the difference in improvement from the last page. You see, like, here you have this right here. I still really like how this looks, but you can just tell the difference because this was the last thing I drew in this sketchbook actually. You can see I cut it and I put it in there, but yeah, that's how Vi is looking. I also decided to dabble in pointillism, or whatever you want to call it. I don't remember the other name for it, but it's when you grab a pen and you just draw everything with little dots. It takes forever. This took forever. These are Lily of the Valleys, and they're all with little dots, except for like these ones. Like some of these leaves I did use like marker and I just went in, and then I used dots to kind of blend in. I also used white gel pens and did little dots for that as well. Here it is up close. I also did a blue background because I wanted to experiment a bit, but that's how it's looking like. Alright, moving on. We have more pose studies. Again, I should just have a sketchbook dedicated to studying anatomy, but this is just a random pose study I did. And then we have more pose studies from a random book I found on the internet about anatomy. I don't remember what it's called because I only screenshotted a few pages of it and just drew what I saw from those pages. But this is what I've got so far, and I forgot to date some of these pages, of course. But here's more of those anatomy studies with the blocks and the shapes and stuff. You would think that after studying this I would know a little bit more of anatomy and wouldn't struggle so much with it, but I don't know why. It is just so difficult, so I'm going to dedicate a personal sketchbook to just practicing anatomy because I want to be so god tier. It's crazy. People are jealous of my anatomy skills. That's what I want. And then here's more anatomy. And we have Toaster Man. Toaster Man is a character that I did back in the day for some homework that I had. You can also check out that video that I made about me finishing my homework, and he was part of that homework. He was a prompt, and I got so attached to him that I decided to make a full-blown manga in his honor and full-blown character. And isn't he so cute? Look at him. He's so cute. Oh my god, I can't wait to draw him. Oh my god, he's so adorable. I don't care. This is my favorite character I've ever designed. I can't wait for you guys to read Toaster Man. Wow, he's so cute. I don't know how I'm gonna maintain this style though. I really do want to maintain this style. I think it's really cute. But look how cutesy he is. This one has to be my favorite. This doodle right here. I love Toaster Man. We have some color studies and some background studies. This was just a very quick doodle, and I used acrylic markers for this one. Now, the next few pages I absolutely despise. I was having really bad art block. This was one of my bad art days. I will say I just did not like how these came out at all. But it got the point. That's what it is. It got the point across. It's what I needed, but these are more Toaster Man designs, and it's what I wanted them to look like in their office uniforms or their office attire, and what I wanted them to look like in their swimsuits. So this is, I changed this, by the way. This is not going to look like this at all, but this is Toaster Man's office attire and then swimsuit. And then the next, but I hate how these turn out. I'm actually going to be kind of embarrassed to show these. But this is his sleep attire, and then this is his swimsuit attire. These are a lot better than the last ones. And then here I have some hand studies. I got so fed up with these 2 pages that I just went to hand studies. So here we have some bones and hand studies, which you would think again would help out, but I still suck at drawing hands. So I have a lot to learn. Here we have more hand studies, and then I did some JJK hand studies. I really like how Gege Akutami draws his hands, so I will be implementing that more into my art style for sure. It just looks so crispy. I don't know how to explain it, but this is just a lot of Gege Akutami's manga hand style. This one sucks low-key, but the other ones I don't think I did too bad. This one also kind of sucks, but this is just the general idea of what I was trying to get across. Here we have some animal drawings because I was trying to practice some animals. I don't think they look too bad. They look kind of weird for sure, but I really like how these turned out. I really like how this bunny turned out, and I like how the little birdies on top turned out. Now again, like the last spread, here are the character designs and their full office attire and their swimsuits for Toaster Man, which I hate, and which you can also see on my YouTube channel, and it looks way better when I did those character designs. I would just say these are rough sketches, but here's Yuki, and this is her office attire, and then this is her swimsuit for the beach. And then we have Rose, and this is her office attire, and then this is her swimsuit design, which I think is really cute. I really like her swimsuit design. I like the ruffled skirt thing she has going on. This, I hate this page. We're not even going to talk about, you know what? Next page. Here we have some just flower drawings that I made when I was just going on for a walk to clear my head, and I saw these really pretty flowers, so I decided to draw them because at that point I was just taking my sketchbook everywhere and my markers everywhere. Again, with character designs for Toaster Man, we have Minty, and we have her office attire, and then we have her swimsuit. It's pretty basic. I love her. She's iconic though. Then we have Miss June. I absolutely fucking despise how this looks. Miss June's, oh my god, I hate these. I hate these so much, but it's okay. I'm gonna show you guys my mistakes as well. This is her beach attire, this is her office attire. This is Duke, this is his office attire, pretty basic, and then this is his swimsuit attire, also pretty basic. I hate how the faces look. They look, it just looks really bad, okay? And then here's Matt. I'm sorry. This looks just really, really bad, okay? This is Matt's office attire, this is his swimsuit attire, this is his John's office attire, and this is his swimsuit attire, the beach attire. And then we have Lily, which she wasn't in the beginning. I added her on later, but we have Lily. This is her office attire, and then this looks so bad. This looks really, really bad. And then this is her swimsuit. This page though, ignoring this one. This page, I love this page. We have Yuji, which could have been drawn better. We have Yuji from JJK, just randomly because I love JJK so much. It makes me so sad. I am depressed, but I love Jujutsu Kaisen. And then we have some Toaster Man doodles, so adorable. This is Yuki, and then this is Duke. This is one of my favorite doodles of Duke ever. There he is. Isn't he so cute? And then we have Toaster Man, we have Yuki, we have our boy Yuji, and then we have Toaster Man. Again, I like the color combo idea for Toaster Man to be yellow and pink. I don't know why. It just calls to me. I feel like Toaster Man just has a yellow and pink vibe. You know what I mean? We have some Spider Sona drawings. Yeah! This is Spider Drip. I just really like my Spider Sona a lot, so I decided to doodle her some more. Here are some doodles from the 100 Heads challenge. I was just practicing. I actually really don't mind how these turned out. They look fine. They're just drawings. You see? Yeah. Here we have a statue head, just study, I guess. I also did it in marker. I didn't redo the sketch, I just kind of copied this, but with marker. I like the pencil more. I actually really like how this one turned out, actually. This one isn't too bad, but I really like how this one turned out. I really like this, yo. Here we have some more acrylic marker drawings. This one's really cool. I really like this one. And then we have this big blue tree and the swatches for the acrylic markers as well. Here you have just some random doodles. This is Yuta from JJK. These are just random. These are random just heads that I drew. I really just, I don't know, I just wanted to practice, you know. And then here we have Matt. Look at him. This is Matt. I did it with the transparent sticky note as well. I really like this doodle. I need to use this doodle more so I can actually get his face accurate when I'm doing the character designs. That video will also come out pretty soon. I'm working on it, but I really like this doodle a lot of Matt. I got really into Stardew Valley recently. Well, not recently, because again, a lot happened in my life personally, so I stopped playing most of my video games. I'm trying to get back into it, like Animal Crossing. I really miss playing Animal Crossing, and Stardew Valley got me addicted. I had to stop for a little bit because it was bad. It was really bad, but I made my farmer, Sona, basically. This is what she looks like. Her name's Bee. Isn't she cute? She's just a regular little farmer chick, you know? Yeah, I don't have much to say about her. Here we have more background studies that I did with acrylic markers. And I don't know, these didn't turn out too bad, I would say. I did these on separate papers and then I cut them and put them on my sketchbook. You might think this is a wreck, and you would be correct. But I saw in a video of art advice that you should have one sketchbook, or not even a sketchbook, but sometimes dedicate a page of your sketchbook to just loosen up and just scribble. And that is what I did here. It helps you warm up, and sometimes you might get good results, sometimes you might not, and this is one of those pages where I didn't get good results. But hey, I warmed up, and this was the outcome of me scribbling. I'm low-key taking out my anger, because you can only draw this out of anger. Here we have more hand studies. I was just practicing, you know, someone holding a cigarette or whatever. And then here's the interesting part. I did some like headshot drawings of my Toaster Man characters. Just way more official designs, 10 times more official designs. I'm super excited because I love my Toaster Man boys and my girls, of course, but I'm just super excited to actually start drawing Toaster Man and making sure it comes out the way I want because I'm a little picky with stuff. But this is Matt. This is his official design. We love a buzz cut. This is his side profile. I really like how this turned out. I also try to do it with no reference, which is why it might say no reference at the top. But I love Matt. He might be my favorite aside from Toaster Man. Then we have Duke here, pretty boy Duke, and yeah, he's just so sweet. And here we get into OC obsession, basically original character obsession. This is Raphael, and I put him as resident pretty boy, and I drew him a lot. You know, I love my boy Raphael from Criminal Bros, and I haven't even finished the story with my friend yet, but I loved how this one turned out though. And then here we have Yuki. I love Yuki. She's a badass. She's kind of annoying, but she's a badass and she's my character. And then here comes some lore with my online friend Lumerian Lace. Sorry if I kind of botched that name a little bit, but Lumeri, fuck, oh my god, I can't talk. I was right. I was just stuttering for no reason. It is Luminary Lace. You should go follow them, please, pretty please. They are so talented. I love them so much. But I made some OCs with Luminary Lace, and we are also working on a manga, but this one we're taking our time and we're just gonna have fun with it. It's not really something that you should expect an update on because we haven't even started writing it, but we have these characters and we talk about them all the time. This is Octarius. We talk about them all the time. This is Octarius basically writing a love poem to Dominicus, which you will see pretty soon. That I designed Octarius, Luminary Lace designed Dominicus. But I love this spread so much. Then we have your boys, Octarius, and this is Dominicus. This is just a quick doodle of Octarius because I was stressed out that I was not getting his features right. Here are the cute little chibi versions of Dominicus and Octarius. Here we have, is this even, yeah, this is right. This is just some perspective drawings. It's not perfect, but it was a quick perspective doodle, basically. A lot of this is just quick doodles, honestly. I was just trying to be messy and quick for some of these. I didn't want to think too much of it. I still really like this page. I really like how this came out. I don't like this page. Decided to do something with the sticky note. This doesn't look good at all. His face looks really weird. This doesn't, like, the hand doesn't look too bad, the fire doesn't look too bad, the uniform doesn't look too bad. His face, it just looks really bad. These are random Pinterest guys that I found, the random images, and I really like how these turned out, actually. And all of these were used with ballpoint pen, by the way. Ballpoint pens and a mechanical pencil. I don't have a lot of art supplies, so I made do. But I really like this one, and this one looks like he's like tearing out of the page, which is what I kind of wanted to do. It could look better, but I just really like how it turned out. We have another perspective drawing. I really like how this one turned out, actually. That's not too bad. And here you have more character designs for that one manga with Luminary Lace. Again, shout out, go follow her. But this is Francine. She's a bitch, but we love her. She looks like a bitch, which is what I wanted. And then we have Junpei. Oh my god, Junpei. Okay, let me skip over this. I drew Junpei, and then I drew Toaster Man because we love Toasty. Isn't he so cute? He's like, I don't know what's happening, and then some, like, you know, yeah, Toaster Man. Woo! Here we have Rose. She's so pretty. And then I drew Toad in a manga style. I like how this turned out a lot. I really like Mario and Mario Kart and Nintendo, so I really like how this turned out. And this is Rose. I really like how Rose turned out as well. She looks very cute. And then here we just have random doodles in a manga style. I'm practicing. Okay, guys, I'm practicing. And then this, again, pointillism, little dots. This took forever as well. Let me give you a close-up. I did a black background, and then all of these are just little dots. Yeah, took forever. This is another, this could be better. Anatomy wise, a lot of things could be better in this page. I do like the concept though. I do really like this concept of the funky background and the translucent skin. I really like how it turned out. This could be way better. This was supposed to be Raphael. It doesn't even look like Raphael from Criminal Bros, but you know, it is what it is. And then I did some lanterns here from a TikTok video that I saw, so I just drew them. It was a tutorial, so I just, you know, I drew them. This was really fun, actually. It made me loosen up a lot. It showed me it didn't have to be perfect at all. That was the whole point of that video, is that they don't have to look perfect, and the more imperfect they look, the better. I don't know how to explain it, but I really like how this turned out. Here are some dog drawings. I was trying to practice dogs. These do not look bad at all, if I do say so myself. Let me pat myself on the back. You can just see the progress with drawing animals because I suck at drawing animals. And then we have Toasty. And yes, Toasterman is censoring Toasterman. Anyways, here he is with his kitchen gloves, his oven mitts. He's so adorable. And then this is him for Halloween. He is a vampire because he watches Twilight. Anyways, here we have one of my favorite spreads ever. My favorite serial killer, Patrick Bateman. If I could make a whole commentary on American Psycho while I'm doing like a manga panel of one of the scenes from the movies, bro, I would do that if you guys are interested because I love American Psycho. I love Patrick Bateman. Yes, he's a horrible fucking person, but that's why I love him. So I did him in the manga style. No, Paul, did you know I'm utterly insane? And then all this was done with pen. All that shading, the hair, all this was done with a ballpoint pen. I'm really proud of this drawing. I don't know if you guys want me to post some of these spreads on my Instagram. I don't really post traditional art on my Instagram page though. Anyways, then we have Mau Mau from the Apothecary Diaries. Guys, let me sit down because let me tell you something. The Apothecary Diaries is one of my favorites of all time.
Mangas and animes. I cannot live without the Apothecary Diaries. I cannot breathe without the Apothecary Diaries. I cannot live my life without the Apothecary Diaries. It is such a good manga and anime. Oh my god, I can't even put into words how much I love the Apothecary Diaries. How much the Apothecary Diaries helped me get through my personal issues. And it's not even like something about like, it's not an anime or a manga about values or, you know, just life lessons and stuff. It's just,
I don't know what it is. It was just so good and it brought me so much comfort, especially after that cheating bastard ruined my life. I don't know. I rewatched it so many times. My best friend had to revoke Crunchyroll from me and it's my account. It's my Crunchyroll account and he had to revoke it from me because I would not stop watching it, but I absolutely love the Apothecary Diaries. Mau Mau is me. Mau Mau is me. I am Mau Mau. Me and Mau Mau are like this. You know what, I have to move on because I could talk about this forever. But then we have another doodle sketch page. This is, you know, just scribbling it out. I actually really like how some of these turned out. Like this one, this does not look bad. I was thinking I could do like a graphic design challenge poster thing and use some of my scribbles in it. I don't know, I think that would be cool. I would make a video about it, but this is just another scribble page to warm up. And then, whoa, did I? No, I didn't skip. Okay, okay. I entered a manga competition. I will be posting a video about it soon, but I had to practice some drawings of animals, especially donkeys and horses. So this is what I came up with, the donkey and the horse. And to be honest, guys, the donkeys and the horses look way better in my sketchbook than they do in my manga. I could have done a lot better, but I'm not going to talk about that in this video. But this is just me practicing sheep and donkeys and horses for that competition. And then here we have another doodle slash scribble pages. I really like how these two came out of my scribbles. And then these, I don't know why I just wanted to draw fruit. It's just random fruit. Strawberries, blueberries, and oranges. It's a nice pattern though. Like I would buy a towel with that pattern. But I really like these two. So again, what I was saying about the last scribble page, I could put these in like a graphic design poster thing. I don't know. I will see what I can do. But I really like how these turned out. And then here we have more Toasterman designs. I don't like how John came out. John, his eyes look weird. I did fix him in the character design that I'm doing on my iPad, so you'll see that in there, but I made a mistake with the eyes. I made them too small. They look really these look really weird. So I couldn't fix it because I already did it with pen, but the idea of the sketchbook was not to fix shit, so I just left it as is. And then this is Minty. We love her. That's all I got for her. You're just gonna have to see when I make the manga, okay? And then we have Miss June. I completely redesigned her. I completely redesigned her because I didn't like how her other vibe, like, I don't know, her vibe was just not what I was expecting from the designs that I did. So I also redesigned her. Whenever you see the character design part 2 video, you'll see that I redesigned her digitally as well. I wanted her to be more of a cutesy character, more of like a very wholesome character. That's what I should say, not cutesy, wholesome. Like Mr. Kamota from My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. He's so cute. I love him so much. And he's just a sweet old man, and I just wanted her to be a sweet old woman, and she wasn't resembling that at all. So I took some reference from My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999, and I used Kamota as the reference, and I just redesigned Miss June, and I feel like she is giving off the vibe that I wanted now completely for sure. This is what she's gonna look like in my manga. And then this is Lily. We love Lily. I gave her a completely different vibe this time. She doesn't look so weird from the last spread you saw. That was really bad, guys. That was such a bad spread, I'm not even gonna lie. And then we have what are these called? I just did a video. The color challenge with this animal, and I love this animal so much. What are these called? Why am I blanking on this? It's just a sea angel. I don't know why I was gonna call it a sea fish. A sea fish. I don't know why I was gonna call it an angel fish, because that's a completely different species of fish. I should know my fish by now. I was just thinking about fish, but it's a sea angel. These are slugs. If you want to know more info about this, actually, just go watch that challenge video. I'll link all the videos I mentioned down below. But this is a sea angel. I love sea angels. They're so weird, but they're so pretty. And then this, I wanted to challenge myself by drawing from my imagination, because I've been using a lot of references lately. So I just wanted to do something from my imagination. So I just drew this random girl, and her hair is like blowing in the wind. And the same with here. This is actually a candle from my room. So this I did use a reference. This I did not. I did not use a reference for this pose, so I'm actually really proud how this came out. And she's holding said candle, and she's like covering it. And then going back from the beginning, I drew another city, and it was supposed to be an unpunished mess, and this time I didn't use any color at all. Here's what it's looking like. I tried a little bit more perspective this time, and that's not even the last page, guys. It's just Toaster Man stretching. I wanted to draw Toaster Man from my imagination and draw a pose from my imagination, and I did him stretching and yawning after waking up. This wouldn't be what he's typically wearing to bed, but he decided to try on just a regular t-shirt and sweatpants and just take a nap. But this is what I drew on the last page. And then Toaster Man coming soon, and then the end and the date that I drew this. And that is the end of my sketchbook. At this point, I'm a fangirl for my own character, Toaster Man, but it is what it is. I did ramble a lot in this video, but I don't really know, like, sketchbook tours are usually just people rambling about their doodles and their drawings, so I guess I did a good job, I think. I really enjoyed working on this sketchbook. It did help me develop a lot, and it gave me purpose, basically, for things that I'm looking forward to working on in the future. So that this sketchbook did play a big role in that. I just hate that I had to take a step back from what I truly like doing, which is posting on YouTube and making art because of a man. Oh my god. I'm not gonna crash out about it in this video. It was just a really difficult time, and yes, I didn't post for months. I am so sorry. I mentally could just not do it. So now that I'm back in the groove, you guys will be seeing me way more, and I will not be forgetting about this channel at all. Trust me, I will never. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.